Picture this: a city where your salad grows in a tower, where tomatoes never see soil, where farms don't stretch across the earth, they stretch upwards into the sky. A single building produces more food than 200 football fields of farmland, with 95% less water, zero pesticides, and no season to worry about. This isn't the future. This is happening in Tokyo, in Dubai, New York, and Singapore. And it may be the most important transformation of our cities in the next 25 years. Today, on Yond Studios, we're exploring the rise of vertical farming and why many experts believe it could save the world from food crisis. By 2050, the world population is expected to reach 9.7 billion. At the same time, fertile land is shrinking, water resources are under pressure, and extreme weather events are becoming more frequent. Traditional agriculture uses 50 to 70% of global freshwater and depends on stable seasons that are becoming less predictable. Urbanization: by 2050, nearly 70% of humanity will live in cities. The big question becomes, how do we feed billions of people without expanding farmland and without overwhelming the planet? The answer may grow upward, but not outward. Our global food system is one of the most impressive achievements of human civilization, but it is also incredibly fragile. By 2050, the world will add nearly 2 billion people, most of them living in cities. Urban areas consume 80% of global food, yet produces almost none of it. This means millions of people rely on a supply chain that stretches across continents. Even if one part breaks, the city feels it immediately. Long supply chain equal to greater vulnerability. The average vegetable in a major city travels 1,000 to 2,500 kilometers before it reaches a plate. During the journey, food can get spoiled, price fluctuates when fuel costs rise, weather events may disrupt the harvest, transport delays create shortage. This system was designed for a stable climate, and today the stability is changing. Farmers face increasing unpredictable conditions: drought, flood, soil degradation, heat wave, pest population changes. Climate stress reduces yields and creates volatile food prices. Urban expansion, soil exhaustion, and industrial use have reduced available farmland per person. According to the World Food Organization, the world has lost over 1/3 of its arable land in the last 4 decades. In other words, we keep adding people but losing the land needed to feed them. Traditional farming relies heavily on water, pesticides, large farm machinery, and fossil fuel usage. This doesn't mean traditional farming is obsolete, but it cannot expand fast enough or sustainably enough to support rapidly growing cities. Vertical farming enters here not to replace traditional farming, but to support it by bringing food production closer to where people live. Vertical farming is a simple idea with transformative potential. Grow food upward instead of outward. Stacked layered agriculture. Instead of spreading food crops across field, vertical farms arrange plants in the layered shelves, making use of height. This means a single warehouse can grow the same amount of produce as multi-acres of farmland. Plants grow in nutrient-rich water with roots directly absorbing minerals. Roots hang in the air, are mixed with nutrients. This method uses the least water and encourages rapid growth. Fish tanks and plants form a closed-loop system. Fish waste fertilize plants, and plants help clean water. This system eliminates the need of soil entirely, bypassing many of the limitations of traditional farming. Vertical farms operate like highly engineered ecosystems. They control temperature, humidity, CO2 concentration, light spectrum duration, airflow, and nutrient balance. Every variable that normally depends on the weather becomes predictable and optimized for growth. Plants don't need sunlight. They need specific wavelengths. Modern LED systems provide blue light for vegetable growth, red light for flowering, adjustable intensities to mimic natural cycles. These lights are turned like instruments, giving plants the exact condition they need. Vertical farms rely heavily on sensors and data. Camera tracking plants' colors and leaf size, moisture sensing optimization watering, AI algorithm adjust nutrients in real time. Climate system adapts automatically to plant growth stages. It's farming engineered with the precision of a laboratory. Nothing is wasted. Water is recycled. Excess humidity is collected. Nutrients circulate through the sealed systems. Air is filtered and purified. Some facilities achieve up to 90% of water saving compared to traditional farming. With the systems working together, vertical farming becomes a high-efficient method of producing fresh food directly inside the urban environment, and its advantages go far beyond convenience. Closed-loop system recycles water continuously. Controlled indoor environment reduces contamination risk. Production does not stop due to weather or season. Less reliance on supply chain means fresher produce and fewer transportation emissions. A single warehouse can match the output of multi-acres of farmland. Combined, these advantages make vertical farming particularly valuable in dense and modern cities. Vertical farming relies on a combination of agricultural science and advanced engineering. Key technologies include high-efficient LED lights, precision sensor networks, AI-driven system predicting ideal growing conditions, robotics for seeding and harvesting. Together, they form an ecosystem designed to deliver reliable, high-quality food production in the heart of the city. Aerofarms US specializes in aeroponics, growing greens with minimal water. Specializes in aeroponics, growing greens with minimal water. Spread fully automated lettuce facilities using robotics. A large-scale farm producing greens in desert conditions. These facilities show how vertical farming adapts to different climates and meets specific urban needs. Despite its potential, vertical farming still comes with its important challenges. Energy demand, high startup costs, advanced systems, and buildings require large initial investment. Cost needs to decrease for broader adoption. Still, research and renewable energy innovations are rapidly reducing these barriers. Vertical farming offers a glimpse into the sustainable city may look like in the next decade. Imagine mixed-use buildings with integrated food production, rooftop hydroponic gardens supplying nearby communities, local micro farms reducing dependencies on distant suppliers, AI-controlled food system, adjusting output for real-time demand. This is not about replacing traditional agriculture entirely. It's about strengthening our food system with smarter, more resilient urban solutions. Vertical farming presents a promising path toward more sustainable and self-sufficient cities. Fresh food, fewer resources, and production closer to home, all made possible by technology and innovation. This is Yond Studios. If you enjoyed this deep dive, subscribe for more stories where science and technology meet.